Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna be reacting to Shane Dawson's scary Disney myths. I know some of them. I know like Walt Disney's ghost is haunts the park, or that his body is frozen, or that like people spread their like ashes over the stuff. But other than that, I don't really know a lot of them. So let's watch the video.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, today we're going to be doing another creepy video. Now, I have videos where I
I
talk
love
about
these
conspiracy
so much.
theories, hoaxes, urban legends, deaths that happened in crazy places. But one thing that I'm very fascinated by is myths. Now, a myth is basically something that you've been hearing for a long time.
I love myths,
and
urban
nobody knows if
legends,
it's real.
dude. Those.
And that doesn't mean it has to be scary. It could be something stupid like drinking
They're, like,
Mountain Dew
so
with your dick
entertaining.
small.
I love
And even
them.
if people don't know if that's real or not, I guarantee you,
What?
once they hear that, they stop drinking it. So today I'm going to be giving you guys just a few of my favorite myths. Number 1, Walt Disney's dead body is frozen somewhere in Disneyland. Now, this is one
Like
I've
I
been
said in
hearing
the
since I was a kid.
beginning,
Honestly,
I heard that one.
Walt Disney,
Yeah, a
of
long
course, the
time
creator
ago.
of all things Disney, was a fucking genius. He created
He
Mickey
like
Mouse, he
cancer,
created an
and so
empire,
like when
and he
they,
created Disneyland.
you
Well, on
know,
December 15th of
when they find out the
1966,
cure,
he died
then
from lung
they'll
cancer at
unfreeze
the
him
age
and
of
give him the
65.
cure.
Now, the myth
So he'll
goes
keep
that as
living.
he was dying, he asked doctors if there would ever be a cure for lung cancer. And the doctors said, well, not right now, but possibly in 30 years, 40 years, I'm sure there'll be a cure. Now, because Walt Disney was a genius and had mass amounts of money, supposedly he created a chamber where he would be frozen and kept there until the time came that there was a cure. His thought was maybe 50 years from now they could just unfreeze him and give him the cure and he could keep living. Now, the rumor spread really fast, mainly because Walt Disney's family was so secretive about his funeral, where they were going to bury him. Nobody really knew. Well, supposedly, lots of people, including people that work at Disneyland, believe that his body is frozen and it's inside the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Now,
I never heard of that,
I mean, the
though.
fact that the guy was such a genius, he could figure this out. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like, I don't know, that sounds crazy. Well, let me tell you this. This is the same guy whose plan for Disneyland was to have the entire park underneath a bubble. That's right. He wanted to have Disneyland
Oh, I heard about
underneath
that, though.
a huge bubble.
I heard
so
about
that
that
he
for
could
sure.
control temperature, so that he could keep it hidden from storms. He literally wanted to create a dome. And he got really close to doing that, but unfortunately he died before he could complete that. And that's a crazy idea. Is it as crazy as freezing his own body? I don't know. And a lot of people say that when they're at Disneyland, sometimes they see the ghost of Walt Disney there. And a lot of people believe that you can hear him singing on the Haunted Mansion ride. I don't know. We don't know if it's true or false, but that's what makes it a really cool
I don't know.
Number 2, the myth that Elvis Presley is still alive. So Elvis obviously was one of the biggest rock stars in the world.
I've never heard
People
this
still listen
myth.
to his music today. Well, in 1977, he died, but the reasons are still kind of unclear. First, it was reported that he had a heart attack. Then that changed, and they said it was a drug overdose. Then his stepbrother came out and said it was suicide. Then in 2010, some of Elvis's old doctors said that he came in for constipation, and they never fully treated him.
I
And
didn't
that
know
was
there
why
was
he
so
died.
much
Well, Elvis's
controversy
dad
over
ordered
his
an
death.
autopsy, and now for some reason the reports won't be public until 2027. So because of all of those things, that got people thinking.
Why did it take it so dang long?
A lot of people that think that Elvis faked his own death.
Personally, I don't know.
Anymore. He was sad because his music wasn't as popular. He didn't know what he wanted to do with his career. He just wanted it over. But he didn't actually want to die. He just wanted Elvis to die. So here's just a few reasons why people think Elvis is still alive. First, there's this picture that was taken a year after his death. One person that was walking through Elvis's estate took a picture of the pool house door, and they saw Elvis sitting inside of it. Check it out. I mean, that looks like fucking Elvis to me. Now, this was before photoshopping. This was before people could really fake stuff like that. And to this day, people still don't really know who that was. Was it Elvis? Was he there and not dead? Or was it a ghost? Now, the second thing that creeped people out was a singer named Orion.
I don't know.
A year after Elvis died, a singer named Orion, who sounded just like Elvis, came out with an album. And the creepiest part, he was wearing a mask.
On a weekend past, I wouldn't have time.
I mean, that sounds just fucking like him. It looks like him too. And it would kind of make sense. Maybe Elvis wanted to start over. He didn't want to he wanted to just
I don't know. I
this
really
next
don't
thing
know.
is really fucking creepy. And honestly, when I saw it last night. I could not stop thinking about it, and I couldn't sleep. And that is an interview that came out in the early 2000s by a doctor named Dr. Hinton. So basically, he was a psychiatrist, and one of his patients' name was Jesse. Well, after treating him for a while, Jesse finally broke down and revealed that he, in fact, was Elvis Presley. Check it out.
And his DNA matches both sides of the Elvis family tree. The man, who calls himself Jesse after Elvis's deceased twin brother, was Dr. Hinton's patient back in 2002.
Is Elvis Presley alive?
Absolutely, I would testify in a court of law.
I mean, what the fuck? That looks just like Elvis would look at that age. And also, that guy's a psychiatrist. Would he really
I
lie about this?
don't
Supposedly
know.
Jesse was gonna come
Like,
out
that's
and
what
tell
I'm
the world
like-
about it, but then he got scared and decided not to.
I learned so much new stuff from his videos, and his conspiracy videos. I'm like,
Now,
I
this
didn't
next
know
one is
any of
something I
this
heard years
happened.
ago, and it's kind of funny, but also really disturbing. And that is the theory that the singer Marilyn Manson had 2 of his ribs removed so he could suck his own dick.
Like
I mean, I don't even know where to start with this. So
Aw.
basically, the myth
Ma,
started
the
back
show
in
was showing, I was
1996. Now, Marilyn Manson was at the top of his
No.
game. He was killing it. He was one of the most famous singers in the world. And then for 3 months, he just disappeared. Now, because Marilyn was known for doing crazy things on stage and saying really bizarre things in interviews, I guess people just created the myth that he was gone for 3 months because he was getting surgery to remove ribs to suck his own dick. I don't know, whatever it is, I believed it. Well, years later, on a talk show, he was asked
I
about
believe
it,
it.
and this is what he said.
The story with the ribs, you know that?
To do, yeah.
Yeah, to do isn't true.
No, I got.
You don't need to
I got
break your
engaged
wrist.
for that.
Sorry?
I got engaged, so I don't need to do that.
So there you go. From what he says, it never happened. He also talked a little bit more about it in his autobiography, where he said this: "If I could suck myself, do you really think I'd ever leave the house? Besides, I looked into it after I heard the rumor, and it's just too expensive." So obviously he has a sense of humor about it, and it never happened. But God, that myth spread so far. If you're young, ask your parents about it, because I'm sure they remember. Or don't, because that's weird to be like, "Hey mom, do you remember when Marilyn Manson had his ribs removed to suck his own dick?" Yeah, they're probably going to stop watching my videos. Now, our last couple myths involve something really disgusting and something very, very creepy. So if you're squeamish, you might want to turn this video off. And that are the myths that all revolve around eating bugs. Now, you've probably heard a lot of these stories. There's a story about a girl who bit into her Taco Bell and accidentally ate a cockroach and their nest, and then the cockroach's nest grew inside of her cheek, and then one night when she was sleeping, it opened up and her mouth
that's fucking
was full of roaches.
disgusting.
And of course, you've heard the myth that every year you eat 8 spiders while you're sleeping. And that myth has been disproven by scientists.
Excuse me?
That actually doesn't happen.
Oh,
Spiders are more
okay.
scared of humans than humans
Yeah.
are of spiders, so spiders would definitely not crawl into your mouth.
Nah,
That would be awful for them.
I'm pretty
And then,
sure
of
I'm
course,
more
there's
scared of
that myth
spiders
that
than
if you have,
spiders here in
eye
me.
boogers, cockroaches will crawl onto your face in the middle of the night and eat them out. Ugh. Well, this next myth is almost scary.
Ugh, that's fucking disgusting.
And that is a myth that Bette Midler did the tapeworm diet to lose weight. So if you don't know who she is, Bette Midler is a very famous actress and a singer. I'm pretty sure she's won an Oscar. If not, she's definitely been nominated. Well, I remember years ago hearing from my own mom that Bette Midler was on some talk show and she was talking about this diet she did, and the diet involved swallowing a tapeworm so that the tapeworm would eat all the food that you ate, and then you would just shit it out. Well, it turns out Bette Midler never did this diet, and that was just a myth. But then, as I did some research, I found out
I heard
that
about
it's
the
an
tapeworm
actual
thing, though.
fucking diet. And you know how I found out about it? From the Tyra Banks show. Check it out.
You guys, there's a shocking diet trend that's actually been around for centuries.
I used to think the
but it's
tapeworm
having
thing,
a
I
dangerous
didn't
resurgence in
really think it was an
popularity.
actual worm. I thought it was just called that, but then I figured out it was one, and I was like, that's freaking
That
disgusting.
feeds off of your insides and develops into a worm that can grow to be 20
Exactly. This
to
was like,
30
I thought it was just
feet
called
long.
tapeworm. I didn't know it was an actual worm.
Worm inside your
Like-
body to lose weight.
Yeah, it's a real thing. So basically how it works is people will take a little pill that has a tapeworm inside.
Oh, and by the way, I have to
Then you
cut this
swallow
video
the
short
pill,
'cause it's too
and
long.
The tapeworm starts to live inside of your guts. Then everything
That's
you eat, the
disgusting.
tapeworm eats 50% of it. The scariest part is that the tapeworm grows and becomes 15 to 30 feet long. Now, if you can't picture how
Ugh.
long that really is, Tyra Banks will show it to you.
You see that?
That's disgusting, though.
Now just think about this is in somebody's body.
Man, like that last thing with the tapeworm, that's just so disgusting. Like, I don't see why someone would do that. Like, that's just disgusting. But anyways, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe down below for more videos, and the original video will be down in the description below. And yeah, bye.